could get this huge 15-piece set shipped free right to your door. So order now. To order, call 1-800-431-2561 or go online at hammeredcream.com. Call 1-800-431-2561 or go online at hammeredcream.com.
Your Skycam network, always on WZMQ19.com.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, there's been another report of male students saying the phrase, "your body, my choice," to a female student. It's from the same parent who reported something similar last week. Plus, Republican representatives on Capitol Hill are laying out their plans for when they officially take control of the House. And Gwynn school officials are looking at how to keep things running after the most recent bond proposal was denied by voters. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Skies will be cloudy for the most part in the Marquette area and the Upper Peninsula for, again, later on tonight. May see some clearing out, but nothing big time here. Temperature's not dropping a lot. In fact, it will probably only drop to about 40 by daybreak on Wednesday. And that's pretty much the case across much of the Upper Peninsula. A few 30s around, but not much frost. Just some partly to mostly cloudy skies. A little snow is in our forecast. More on that later in the show. Kevin?
Thank you, Tom. We have new details about a second report of male high school students saying "your body, my choice" to females in Escanaba. According to Escanaba Public Safety, several school districts were at Bay College last Wednesday for a third-party event. During a political discussion, students from Escanaba High told teachers that a student from Mid-Peninsula schools directed the statement at a female student, saying it was only a joke. The parent who alerted authorities is the same one who reported her daughter hearing the phrase at Escanaba High School after the election. We reached out to the superintendent of Mid-Peninsula Schools, who told us in part, Mid-Peninsula is aware of the allegations, and with any report of student misconduct, Mid-Peninsula Schools completes a comprehensive investigation and implements appropriate disciplinary action in accordance with our school handbook and policies. Because the accusation is not a crime, public safety has taken no further action at this time. Republican congressional leadership is laying out their legislative plans once the new congressional term begins in January. Democrats say they're willing to work across the aisle, but worry some of the Republican policy plans might be too extreme to get on board with. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp reports.
The agenda will be fast-paced. The first 100 days will be very full, as we have a lot to fix.
On Tuesday, House Republican leaders announced some of the priorities their party is looking at when the new Congress is in session next year, adding they've already been working with President-elect Donald Trump on this.
To focus on lowering costs for family at the grocery store, at the gas pump, their energy bills, to secure America's border. So once again, I assembled all the committee chairs last week to go through what we will be doing in budget reconciliation starting in January.
A reconciliation bill is a procedural tool they can use to pass legislation without Democratic support. In January, Republicans will be in the majority in both chambers and won the White House. Some say it'll be an uphill battle for Democrats to move forward their legislative priorities.
We are clear-eyed about the challenges that lie ahead in the 119th Congress, but we are ready to fight for everyday Americans. Our focus remains tackling the affordability crisis in housing, childcare, and the grocery store.
Both parties say border security is a top issue, but some House Democrats say they're concerned about some far right-leaning proposals like mass deportations of undocumented immigrants, which is something that President-elect Trump is suggesting.
We need to secure our border. We need a safe, a strong, a secure border, a humane border. We should secure the border in a bipartisan way.
But we will also call attention and call out the extreme nature of some of the proposals that the incoming administration has also advocated.
In Washington, D.C., Rachel Knapp, WZMQ 19 News.
Gwynn voters did not pass the $31 million bond proposal for their school district in the latest election. However, the school board agreed yesterday to try again. Our John Truitt tells us how they're planning to move forward.
In their first meeting since the election, the Gwinn Area Community School Board is again planning to ask the voters for the funds needed to maintain their schools. And even though the bond proposal lost by 400 votes, School Superintendent Dr. Sarah Croney says she is not discouraged.
We looked at it as 38% of our voters a year ago were positive in their vote. And this year, 46% were positive.
School Board President Ashley Genema hopes to have the bond proposal on the ballot this spring.
We're going to be running again, hopefully in May, for the election, and we'll have the bond proposal back on the ballot. And really, we need this to pass.
Superintendent Croney says infrastructure repairs are now at the critical stage for this 62-year-old facility.
We have to attend to heating, ventilation, some of the bigger ticket items like the roof.
The plan is to build in phases with the ultimate goal of consolidating all school activities into one campus.
Phase 1 is the renovation. When phase 2 happens, which is closing the 2 elementary schools and bringing them onto the site.
Croney believes the entire community will benefit from the passage of this bond proposal.
If there's no school, families won't move here. Right. And your property values are going to do a digger. We have the community's interest in mind. Please trust us to get it done.
Reporting from Gwinn, John Truitt, WZMQ 19 News.
While still in its planning phase, the school board has yet to determine the amount of any future bond proposal. Why hot cocoa could be good for your heart, and a crackdown on the claims in prescription drug commercials. WZMQ's Sarah Blakely has some of the day's top health stories.
Those prescription drug ads you see all over TV may be changing. New rules from the FDA take effect this week, requiring drug makers to be clearer about the risks and side effects of medications without using medical jargon. The rules, which kick in this week, will impact TV and radio ads, but they don't apply to claims made by social media influencers. Many parents struggle with how to manage their children's anger. A poll by Michigan Medicine found 1 in 7 parents feels their child gets angrier than their peers, and 7 in 10 parents feel they've set a bad example with angry outbursts. Some recommended strategies include helping kids find ways to calm down, providing positive reinforcement, and parents setting a good example themselves. And hot cocoa or green tea could protect your heart when you're stressed. A study by the University of Birmingham found that the flavonols in those drinks protect your blood flow and the system that delivers oxygen to the brain. Flavonols are a compound found in some fruits, vegetables, teas, and nuts. Cocoa or green tea can even counteract some of the negative effects of eating a fatty meal. Those are some of today's top health stories. Sarah Blakely, WZMQ 19 News.
Your first warning weather forecast with Tom DeVecchio is coming up after the break. Plus, the Boniface Art Center is once again showing their Northern Exposure exhibit. And later, we'll get a sneak peek from the state capitol on their preparations for Silver Bells taking place this week. We're back in 2 minutes.
John's Auto has been voted the #1 dealer to buy pre-owned vehicle for longer than I've been alive. If you're looking for a vehicle, or if you're looking for someone to help with your current car, or if you need to get yours looking like new again, come see us at John's Auto Sales and Service, Marquette. Are you ready for Christmas?
Mom, what is it? Nugget is dead. What?
Oh.
We're not dead, but not good. My dad's gonna come get me.
Right now? There's gonna be enough stuff for the whole week.
You have to let me do your lashes. You look that hot.
Okay, let's get right to the vet. What? What's wrong?
Oh my God.
Nugget is dead? CBS Thursday, 8/7 Central and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Let's get comfy together on the Jennifer Hudson Show.
You know that's how I got here. I said, you mean to tell me I get to actually sit on the couch and talk to somebody? Sign me up.
Jessica Alba and Lizzie Mathis are here. And they came with holiday cheer.
How about some TV magic?
TV magic!
The Jennifer Hudson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ TV CBS, followed by 19 News at 6.
Is your parents' car sounding funny? Do you hear any clunks, rattles, squeaks, or leaks? Tell them to call John's Auto Service Department for fast, friendly, and affordable service. Come see us at John's Auto Sales and Service, Marquette.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
It's Shunk's Fall Sofa Sale. Quality sofas at a low price. We have a large selection, over 33 different sofas under $5.99. Like this large sofa with the extra deep seats and all the pillows, just $5.49. How about this contemporary condo-sized sofa in this dark green for only $5.19? Like I said, we have a large selection. This sofa's on sale at just $4.99. We have low prices on reclining sofas too, like this one, just $6.99. Shop Shunks at Marquette today.
Now, WZMQ TV19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Tom DeVecchio.
We're expecting generally mostly cloudy skies for the balance of tonight. Maybe a little clearing here and there, but at least it will be a fairly tranquil night. And then looking at the fairly unsettled weather right on through the end of the week. We'll have rain and some wet snow mixing in for some of you, primarily away from the lakeshore. And that trend will continue at least into the day on Friday. So get ready for that. In the meantime, Futurecast showing a lot of clouds here. A little break now and then, but by daybreak in the morning, we're seeing the clouds coming back in. Not much in the way of precipitation, though, until late in the day. You can see some bands of wet snow moving across the areas from Eagle Harbor toward Lawrence and into Iron Mountain, changing quickly to rainfall on the east side of the Upper Peninsula. And then eventually, as the cold air kind of swings out, we get more mainly rain for Thursday itself before it goes back to a little bit of wet snow as well. So a bit of everything here. The winds will be picking up for later on tonight, but by Wednesday morning they do calm down, and in that 5 to 10 mile an hour range. We don't expect a ton in the way of winds. They'll pick up a little bit again for Wednesday night. So rainfall overall in the grand scheme of things, not much. This isn't like the last event there. We may get a 1/10 of an inch, maybe a 1/3 of an inch in some spots like Marquette, looking at about 3/10 of an inch. And then later on Thursday, that next wave will bring in a lot more rain, as you can see, over an inch of rainfall expected between Thursday and Friday. With maybe 1.5 inches in some spots. So significant rain, but the temperatures are just not conducive for a lot of snow. By the end of the day Wednesday, again, we're not expecting much of anything. And then Wednesday night to Thursday, it does pick up a little more. You can see, though, like Marquette, we're not expecting any, maybe a couple of wet flakes mixing in now and then. Really, it's farther toward the west, south of Lawns, west of Marquette, maybe a couple of inches out there, but the majority of you probably not getting more than an inch. Back to tonight, mostly cloudy skies across the Upper Peninsula, lows in the lower 40s, and we're not going to change much for tomorrow as the wave moves on by, and some rain comes in later in the day, lower 40s to mid 40s, which is close to normal really for this time of year. A lot of wind and rain on Thursday with some wet snow again in the interior sections. That'll lead to a chance of a few more showers on Friday, low 40s both days. Saturday and Sunday will keep dry, and then maybe some morning showers with some inland wet snow as we head toward the beginning of next week.
Thanks, Tom. Still to come on your 19 News, the TSA is expecting a record number of people to be traveling this Thanksgiving holiday. We'll go over some of the numbers when we come back.
Something draws us to Northern Michigan University, like a beacon, an experience. And so we head north. We immerse ourselves in the perfect environment to test our minds and try our hands. Guided by this community of scholars, mentors, and friends who show up for us in every way, we stay true. Because at NMU, where we are and who we are have always been one and the same, always north.
Yes, we're on thin ice. And everything is going up in smoke. Still, some are adding fuel to the fire. while the rest of us see the troubled waters rising. Our planet is under the weather. But when the going gets tough, the tough get, well, you know. Because in the heat of this moment, we're not about to lose our cool. Love it or lose it.
Running my business, I'm always worried about managing logistics. The last thing I want to be concerned about is our banking. That's why I use First Bank. They make it all about me.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. An exhibit at the Boniface Arts Center in Escanaba is now open for its 31st year. WZMQ's Lily Simmons has a look at what's on display in the gallery.
For just over 3 decades, the Northern Exposure exhibit has shown a spotlight on the best of Upper Peninsula artists.
It's our crown jewel of our exhibit experience. It wraps up our exhibit year, and we like to go out on top with featuring UP artists and what they're creating.
This year's juried show features 43 artists, and while they all represent the talent found in the UP, they work in vastly different mediums.
We have a lot of paintings this year, but we do have some photography, we have some pottery, we have 3D woodworked piece, we have fiber pieces. I mean, there's all sorts of different things to see.
UP businesses, art galleries, and media selected several pieces to receive awards.
We're standing in front of November Squall. This piece has a special place in my heart. I like it so much I had to purchase it, but this is an artist who just was new to us last year, actually.
Even for artists who don't make it into the show, Northern Exposure is a valuable growing experience.
I had one artist reach back out to me and say, given the feedback the juror had, I reworked my piece, and so that person sent me their finished piece, and it looks completely different and probably would have gotten in. Because the competition is so stiff with so many people, it pushes those artists to look at their pieces in a different light.
Northern Exposure 31 is on display now through December 28th, a free opportunity to experience what some of the UP's top artists are creating right now, and how all artists are striving to reach the next level.
If we're pushing each other to do better, then the artwork coming out of here will be better too. It's important for the community, for the artists themselves. It also helps our sponsors get the word out about their appreciation for the arts as well.
Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News, Escanaba.
A record number of people are expected to fly for the Thanksgiving holiday. The TSA says the busiest travel days at the airport will be the Tuesday and the Wednesday before Turkey Day, and then the Sunday after, with about 3 million travelers flying on each of those days. And with so many people traveling with food for the holiday, the TSA's administrator offered some tips on CBS Mornings for passengers who are uncertain what is allowed in carry-on luggage.
The thing I would do as a passenger is just go on TSA.gov, and there's a section that says, what can I bring? And you can actually type in what you have, and it will tell you whether you can bring it through the checkpoint or whether you can put it in your checked baggage.
The TSA also says passengers can text Ask TSA with any questions they might have. Down in Lansing, the capital community is getting ready to start the holiday season. The Silver Bells in the City holiday celebration will take place this weekend. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy has more on one of the highlights for the weekend, this year's Capitol Christmas tree.
Michigan's 38th Capitol Christmas tree is almost ready for the tree lighting this Friday.
There's millions of trees in Michigan, and to pick just that one every year that's going to represent here at the Capitol is a big responsibility.
Keith Miller leads the 4-person team that's in charge of the tree each year. This is the 10th tree he's harvested, a 60-foot spruce that was delivered to its place on Capitol Avenue in Michigan on November 2nd. This year, only traveling 18 miles from the home of Rich and Dorcas Albertson in Eagle, Michigan.
Once we set the tree in place, the crews come in and get the tree lights put on it, and foresters will come in and take care of things. And from then on, it's taken care of by the Capitol Committee and other entities.
The Lansing Board of Water and Light has spent the last few weeks decorating the tree, preparing it for the 40th Silver Bells in the City celebration. Spectators can expect a holiday light parade, drone show, and fireworks over the Capitol Dome.
All the people that we work with, all the crews, all the organizations, so much work and preparation goes into it. And, you know, this is the culmination of it at the end for us, but all that work, it makes it worth it because it's such a great feeling. And again, just kicks off the Christmas season.
Workers are just finishing up the final touches before Silver Bells in the city on Friday, where tens of thousands of people will watch the tree light up to celebrate the beginning of the holiday season. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
Silver Bells in the city will take place in Lansing this Friday, November 22nd from 5 to 9 p.m. Mike Ludlam has your look at sports after the break. He'll have a preview as Northern Michigan University's women's soccer team prepares for some tournament action. And later, he'll have the highlights from Iron Mountain football's hard-fought battle against Beale City this past weekend. We'll be right back after this.
Shop hundreds of Lazy Boys at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Kick back in comfort in an industry-leading recliner. Choose from all fabrics, colors, and sizes with prices starting as low as $4.99 plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture in Houghton today.
We're gonna make sure this never happens again.
My team is ready for anything. Let's do it. Saddle up, people. You're good. You're very good. Let's light them up.
We're here to help you.
We're not going anywhere.
Good work today.
The FBI's are all new tonight on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
She's fair.
The only thing that matters in this particular courtroom, sir, is how I see it.
Watch Equal Justice with Judge Ebony K. Williams.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS.
Looking for your next level in real estate? Look no further than Next Home Superior Living. Stephanie's not just any realtor. She's energetic, talented, equipped with the latest technology, and decades of experience to serve you better. At Next Home Superior Living, we're not just selling homes. We're guiding clients and customers throughout the entire transaction. That's Stephanie Jones of Next Home. Visit stephaniesells.com and let her work with you for your next home. Don't settle for ordinary. Choose Next Home Superior Living for your extraordinary real estate journey.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. It's that time of year again. Medicare annual enrollment period is here. From October 15th until December 7th, you have the opportunity to make changes to your Medicare Advantage plan. The annual enrollment period is started and will end on December 7th. Now is the time to speak with a licensed agent about your Medicare Advantage options and to find out about the benefits available to you with the Medicare Advantage plan. Mark your calendars and make the most of the Medicare annual enrollment period.
Call 800-517-8602.
I'm Rachel Knapp. Watch my reports live from Washington, only on 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. The NMU women's soccer team has qualified for the NCAA tournament for the third straight season under head coach John Sandoval. The Wildcats will travel to Ashland, Ohio Friday for a first-round contest against the Drury Panthers. Wildcats assistant coach Natalie Stampley says it will be nice not to play Maryville in the tournament opener this season.
We would be ready to weather any storm, but I think it's a nice switch up, to get the 4 seed and get to go and play someone new too. Really, that's kind of what it is. Go somewhere different, play somebody different. It's actually this is like the best time of year. This is really fun for everybody. I guess the preparation leading up to it is really just making sure we know our game plan, we play our game, but then also looking at key players that they have as well, and then their formation, how they like to attack. But the biggest thing is just making sure we go in with the mindset that we're going to play our game.
The Wildcats are 14-3-4, earning the number 4 seed in the region after winning the GLIAC Conference Championship 3-0 Sunday over Saginaw Valley State. Drury is 14-2-4 and enters as the 5th seed, earning an at-large bid as the team fell to McKendree in the Great Lakes Valley Conference semifinals. The match is scheduled to kick off Friday at 3 o'clock. Big night in high school volleyball for the Hancock Bulldogs as they reach the quarterfinal stage for the first time in 15 years. Hancock will be at Manistee against the Atlanta Huskies. That match begins at 7 o'clock, and we should have highlights for you tonight on WZMQ 19 News at 11. The other part of that bracket, Ubley against Clarkston Everest Collegiate. That game is taking place at Flint. The two winners will meet in Battle Creek Thursday at noon in a semifinal. Turning to high school football from over the weekend, Division 8 regional final, Beale City at Iron Mountain. First quarter highlighted by defense and punting, so let's go to the second. Ian Martela found Alex Jane behind the defender. Nice catch of the low throw, shakes the tackler, 39 yards for the score. Extra point good, 7-0 black and gold. On the ensuing kickoff, the ball will bounce into the hands of Drew Block. He ran around to the Iron Mountain 30 or so, but he was hit and fumbled. Adam Krakenberger made the recovery for Iron Mountain. Needless to say, he was happy. The Mountaineers reached the Beale City 6-yard line with almost a minute remaining in the half. They didn't have any timeouts. That should not have been a problem, but Iron Mountain tried 4 straight running plays. Martela tried to get to the edge on 4th down, but the Aggies stopped that. And the half ended with the Mountaineers only having a 7-0 advantage and lots of questions about why. Third quarter, Aggies trailing, but quarterback Kyler Smith on 2nd and 27 from the 38 of Beale City found Garrison Zucker, 62 yards for the touchdown. Aggies tied the score at 7. Later in the third quarter, 3rd and 11 from midfield and a simple handoff to Drew Block, big hole, and it's a 50-yard dash to the end zone. Beale City is up by 7. Beale City converted on a 4th down and 1 in the fourth quarter from its own 45-yard line and went on to win the regional 14-7 in what turned out to be the last game for Iron Mountain coach Robin Martela and his son Ian at quarterback, along with the other seniors.
Their ability to run the ball and our ability to run the ball, I thought that was the difference. You know, you got kids playing their tails off for 4 quarters, and you look at a 1-score game, comes down to making a play here, a play there, but we had chances. You know, it's no one's fault. You know, our kids played their tails off. I'm proud of them. We had a great season. I told them, you know, walk off the field healthy with their head high. Oh, he cares, right? You want to coach kids that care. You know, he's lived it, and he told me he was sorry, and I just said I loved him.
Iron Mountain ends the campaign with an 11-1 record. Menominee lost in Division 7, but we have 2 state finalists in 8-player as Pickford and Forest Park have qualified for those. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks very much, Mike. And Tom DeVecchio will have your final look at weather after the break.
Something thrilling is happening all over Michigan. The totally new game from the Michigan Lottery. Introducing Cash Pop. Just match one number from 1 to 15. Yep, just one. It's so easy to play. If your number drops, you can win up to $5,000. And 4 draws an hour keep the excitement popping all day long. Now when your number drops, the Cash Pops. That's new Cash Pop from the Michigan Lottery.
Want an investment guaranteed to make real money? 4 to 7% on your investment every month? That's Mining Automatics. Invest $25,000 or more and own a piece of a super efficient supercomputer that generates Bitcoin. And right now, yes, our Bitcoin miners average 4 to 7% return every month. Get the facts and the proof. Our ebook explains mining and the historic return rates. Call 888-289-0067.
It's hilarious. Hidden camera. Hijinks. The world's longest running prank show is back. Just for laughs, gas.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS.
She's inquisitive.
What led to this young lady finding you in this compromising situation?
And firm.
The only thing that matters in this particular courtroom, sir, is how I see it.
Watch Equal Justice with Judge Ebony K. Williams.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS.
Expect mostly cloudy skies for the rest of tonight. No precipitation. We'll keep Wednesday morning dry. Might even get a few peaks of sun. Then some showers come in for Wednesday afternoon with some wet snow mixing in in some of the interior sections. That trend continues Wednesday night into Thursday. Mainly rain and wind from Marquette, but inland spots will get some wet snow, maybe up to an inch or so of accumulation. Showers possible on Friday, keeping it cloudy and chilly for the upcoming weekend. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks very much, Tom. And that's all the time we have for now, folks. Be sure to tune in tonight at 11:10 Central for more, including a preview of Marquette's upcoming Downtown Day Out. We'll see you then.